Oh, look, I think this is him right here. Let's go. Yo, yo, what's up?
What's good, man?
What up? You on the Rap Wars podcast? You already know the deal. Let's get right into it. Let the people know, like, what's your stage name and where you coming from.
Stage name is Number One Stunner, and I'm from Portland, Oregon.
All right, that's what's up. That's right. Okay, were you born and raised in Oregon?
Yeah.
All right, okay, that's what's up. All right, let's get into like your life and all that first. So you grew up in Oregon and all like, when did you? How was like the environment out there actually, like growing up out there?
The environment, it's a lot of politics, it's a lot of pimps, it's a lot of 304s. It's crazy. But like, that's like in different parts of the city. I grew up in like that type of era when I got older, but when I was younger, I wasn't really around it. And excuse me, I didn't see like that type of world.
So you live like in different areas in Oregon.
Yeah, I done moved all across Portland.
All right, that's what's up. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. And growing up, like, did you have both parents growing up? Like, how was your household like?
Um, it was mainly my mom. My daddy would like pop in and out of my life. And yeah.
Mm. Okay. So your dad was like around sometimes, like, you know.
Yeah. He was mainly like popping around once it hit like high school.
All right, all right. Okay. And what age did you start like getting into music, like just listening to music before you started like that?
Um, I was listening to music like consistently. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Like honestly, my whole life, because my brother, like my oldest brother, he would always like drive us around and take out like the seats or whatever it is in my mom's old minivan and just we would just roll around just slapping. Like my favorite song he would play would be E40 Pump the Gas, Hit the Brake, because he'll do that and we would just be in the back just like it'll be lit. It'll be fun.
Hmm.
So I'll
Okay.
say like eight is when I was consistently listening. Yeah.
All right, that's what's up. That's right. Okay. And was there like Pacific like the like E40 was like one of the main artists you listened to. Was there any other artists that you grew up listening to that like influenced your style?
I grew up listening to like E40, uh, and my brothers, and I would say it was mainly E40. Now that I think about it, because when I was younger, I used to just my brother he would play nothing but E40 and like around me, because I used to sweat E40 when I was a little kid. Then I remember he showed me E40, and I didn't even know E40 was fat. I was like, he's fat. And I'm a little kid, like I was just like, "What?" Whole
That's
brain
what
was just
stopped
like,
you.
"Huh?" No, it didn't stop me. Like I just kept on listening to him. I was just shocked.
All
I was
right. Now,
shocked.
yeah, I fuck with that song "Choices" by him. Most that
Yeah,
that
Choices is a
song's a banger.
slap.
Yeah,
Choices is a
definitely.
slap.
Which new musicians have you been listening to or enjoying recently?
Uh, I'd say I'd say it had to be. Have you heard of I think it's like AKP. I just call him AKP, but it's AKPY like Young Pack or something like that. I don't know how he actually pronounces his name, but I've been listening to him.
Is he from Oregon?
And no, I think he's from Cali.
All right, all right.
And I also been listening to What's his name? Like Flashy B and it's another artist. I can't think of his name right now. But he does like a lot of songs with like Flashy B or Young X or um it's like one more person. I can't think of the name right now though.
Yeah, someone said that's young people type shit, like young music.
I guess.
Yeah,
YNs, that's what they love saying.
yeah, yeah. Now, most deaf. Are they like new to this game? Like, have they been rapping for a long time?
Uh, I'd say to my ears, I'll say yeah, but I don't know. I don't know for sure.
All right. How old are you?
21.
All right, all right. And when did you start writing music?
My first song I wrote was when I was 9,
Mm,
and
how was that?
it was based off of. You ever seen the movie Let It Shine?
Yeah, with is it what Everyone Hates Chris? The guy
Yeah,
who played in that? Yeah, I
yeah.
seen that.
It
Yeah,
was
I
based
used to
off
fuck with
what
that
he
bit
said.
back
Yeah,
then.
it was based off what he said in like one of his battles, and I just went off that.
Mm. All right, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay. Were you ever into rap battling yourself?
Um, I mean, there was like a few times where me and my cousins or me and my brothers will rap battle with each other, and it was more for like a occasion where we all just like at an event and we just having fun and we'll just want to, or we'll just freestyle and it wouldn't be really a rap battle. But other than that, yeah,
I heard that. So just fucking around, you know.
yeah.
All right, so that. Do you get do you prefer like playing in large arena shows or like small intimate ones?
Either or, as long as my face and my voice is getting out there. Either or.
All right, and what was your first live performance?
My first live performance was actually outside of my uncle and auntie's church because their son makes music. And so they was hosting like a whole little venue where people were selling shoes or selling jewelry or selling clothes or something. And there was also a stage there. And I got to perform as well. So it was lit. Honestly, that was my first time performing.
And would you say your performance went well? Like, did you ever get like
Yeah,
nervous
my
while
performance
performing?
went well. I did 3 songs. That was myself. Then my last song I ended was with my cousin. And yeah, my performance went well. It was fun. It was fun.
That's
I got
what's
to market with people and also buy some shoes because I wanted some shoes from somebody from one of the vendors.
okay. So you're like a natural at performing live, because I know a lot of artists
Yeah,
like they're not able to perform live, but they're able to like make songs.
yeah.
All right, that's what's up. That's right.
That's because
Okay,
most of these artists just punch in. They like to punch in bars. I don't like doing that.
you
I
say
can't
that.
punch
Do you
in
think that's
bars.
like a cheat code or something?
It's not a cheat code. It's only like the way. Okay, so my oldest brother Gambit, the way he like taught us how to like write songs and for like whatever it is. When you're writing a song, you're writing it to perform it. And if you're punching this in the whole time, you're gonna realize, oh, I have no breath or I have no space where I can actually perform this. Versus when you're actually writing it, it's like it's gonna come off more smoothly and it's gonna be
Or
easier. Because most people they don't know how to count bars. That's also what it is.
I'll just make a rap like without even doing
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
So you feel like it's not the same? Like,
It's not the same. No, no.
all right, okay, I feel that. All right, when you started going to school, would you say that your academics were like good and all? Like you had good grades in school, like you were a good like kid in school, or would you say that you were like a rebel kid in school?
I was like, I never liked school, Sophomore year, I was literally going to drop out, and then COVID happened. So I was like, okay, cool. And I went back into school once senior year hit, and only had three classes because I did good. I passed all my classes. I was like a CB average student, and I had this writing class where I would just send the teacher my music. Literally, I didn't have to do no assignments. I would just send him a song or maybe even a couple of songs, and he would just give me feedback.
Okay, so was the teacher like rocking with it?
Yeah.
Hey, that's what's up. Did everyone know you like made music in school? Did you make it known?
I say, and when it like between middle school to like sophomore year, nobody knew I made music, but they knew I made beats because I started out making beats first before I actually started writing and everything. And once I got to senior year, that next school, that was when everybody knew I made music because I was also consistent on TikTok. I was also posting my music all the time. I would always walk around the hallways and everything with headphones in, and there would be girls that would come up. What do you listen to? What do you listen to? And I'll just hear. And they're like, "Who is this?" That's me. Oh, this is you? Is this out? Is this out? And that always hits you with, is this out on SoundCloud? I have SoundCloud. No, it's
Yeah,
not on SoundCloud. It's all platforms. And I'm like, oh, okay, what's your name? Number one center. Oh, I'm gonna go add you. Yeah, so it's always been mutual. It's always been cool.
is that how you used to pick up bitches too by like having them listen to your music?
A little bit, a little bit.
Hey, that's what's up right there. All right, and do you write all your music?
Yeah, I write all my music. I've never had no person co-write or anything. If I'll say if anything, the most I've ever had somebody do is like I'm in the studio and I can't think of like one bar. They'll say something, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go off that. That's really it. It's always been at least like one bar that someone helps me with, like one of my cousins or my brothers. But if I'm like with some people like my friends or some people I've never met in the studio with, I've always came up with something quick and easy. I don't know why, and it'll still be hard. Yeah.
That's what's up. And how is like your music process like when you come up with a song?
Um, I ain't made no beats in a while, so I'll say like the beat part right now, it's just like hard to find a beat that out of like all the producers that send me beats, because it's a lot of people that send me beats, and I'll listen to them. Some of them I'm like, I'll come back to this, or some of them be like, no, that's not me, and I'll just like scrap it. But when it comes to like the writing part, sometimes I'll just freestyle it and listen to the song a couple of times. Then I'll be like, okay, this is what I want to keep. Now let me actually start writing the song. Or it'll be I'll just write the whole song and get it done.
Mm, like that's true right there. And like what got you into writing music? Was it like a specific person or sound?
Uh, it was more. I'm like a real nonchalant person, so like I wanted to like find a way how to express myself without actually telling somebody to this was going on. I rather just express it within my music, which is actually explaining myself to somebody instead of like just telling somebody,
Mm,
like doing it in like a word pattern or like somehow, some way where someone else can feel what I'm feeling, my pain.
yeah, like in your music and everything.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Okay. So you always knew you wanted to make music.
I say no, I didn't know I was always going to make or want to make music, but since I have my brothers around me, I knew sooner or later that I would be making music because all my brothers are all older than me by either like 7 or 10 plus years. So I've always been around them and they always been like showing me what they would have did when they were my age or what what I could do, what to improve on or anything. Yeah.
Mm. Okay, so they like gave you game at a young age.
Yeah. They just gave me the game and the knowledge. Yeah.
That's what's up. Does any of your brothers rap or make music?
Uh my brother Gambit, he makes music. Every time I call him, he always got like a whole new album he working on. My brother Damo, Hustle, that's really what we call him. Hustle Raymond. He uh he always got some music. He drops literally every month. Then my brother Bishop, he's actually in county right now. So I'm hoping he's writing, but he also still makes music. He's more of like a artist where he draws though. So I don't really know if he has as much music as all of us do, but out of all of us, I'll say my oldest brother Gambit, he got the most music because he was the first one.
Mm. No, that's what's up right there. And you said your brother's
Yeah,
in county, like county jail.
yeah.
All right, all right. Did you ever like get in trouble like at a young age or get locked up?
No,
So you
no.
always stayed on like a straight path.
Yeah, I always stayed on a straight path, but I still I've always took risks.
I hear that. That's what's up. And when you first started recording, was it your own studio or did you used to go to someone else's?
When I first started recording, I was at my cousin's studio, and since I was before then, before I started actually recording myself, I would record him, which actually taught me how to like engineer and everything. And so I was engineering him, and one day I was like, okay, I want to make a song, and hopped on a song with him and my friend, and I guess the rest was history. Because now I just engineer all my songs. Some songs I have got other people engineer, like my last EP. That whole EP, I actually linked up with DJ Flip for that.
Oh, oh yeah, I know about DJ Flip over here in LA.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
how'd you get tapped in with him?
Um, he was literally he was promoting like this little EP deal that he was having, and I tapped in with him, and we chopped it up. It was a real mutual like energy and everything that we was talking about because my brother actually was listening to beats when like from DJ Flip from there's this old app SoundClick, and a lot of people don't even know about SoundClick. And when I brought that up, he was like, "Dang, you've been listening like y'all been listening for a minute." And it showed that I was showing like true love and I was not being fake or just trying to use him or anything.
Yeah, yeah. So did he are you guys still working together?
I planned on going back to LA to do like a either I want to do an album with him or do more than one album and have a bunch of videos with him as well because he also shoots videos.
Yeah, he does all that big with big sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe that. Nah,
He's
that's fire.
cold. He's cold.
Yeah, he's definitely looking out for like the underground artists, trying to put them on the map. So,
Yeah.
what are your fondest musical memories from your childhood?
Can you repeat that again? My bad.
I was saying, what are your fondest musical memories from your childhood?
I'll say recording my first verse or my first song, writing my first song, and also me going from making beats to me actually making more than just beats, making songs. and all that happened like within a 5 year span, which is actually crazy to me. Now that I think about that, yeah, definitely that.
I feel that are beats like harder to make than like making an actual song?
Beats, they just take too long, and I'm not patient. That's one thing I'm still learning is patience. They take too long. Sometimes you want to add something. Sometimes you want to be like, "Oh, this is done," and then later you'll come back to it, and be like, "Why did I not add this? Why didn't I do this?" And I'm honestly like a little picky. I'm a little picky on what I want and how I want it to sound.
Yeah, like a perfectionist.
Yeah.
I hear that. Yeah, most deaf. How would you describe your music and what makes your music like unique to like fans?
I've never heard nobody that sound like me. I've never, I never had like a moment in my music where I'd be like, this sounds like this person, or out of nowhere, because I be seeing this a lot. Somebody else used the same beat that I used, and I've never had none of those experiences. I've always felt like my music is far from others, and sometimes I feel like my music is ahead of its time.
Wow, that's what's up. Is Oregon? Do you feel like there's a lot of artists that are shining in Oregon, or it doesn't get that much light over?
I say Oregon, like we we have like a lot of artists, but all of our artists we don't make West Coast music, and I feel like that's our problem. If we would actually make West Coast music, we would actually be on, and that's why I'm starting to make more West Coast music because I'm realizing we're on the West Coast. Why are we making East Coast or South music or something that's not even it's not even us. We hear it and we're like, oh, we want something to sound like this. Then when we make it, be like, this hard, but the city we not they not gonna put you on because there's nothing West Coast. Portland, like they mainly out there, they mainly listen to West Coast music,
Yeah,
or
yeah, most
probably
def
just only listen to West Coast music.
for sure, for sure. So a lot of artists be like taking styles from like Atlanta, New York,
Yep,
Chicago.
yep,
Why do you feel it's
exactly.
why do you feel it's like that? Like compared to LA, where a lot of LA rappers like stick to like LA, California rap.
I say that only because California is what influenced Oregon on anything you can think of, definitely, like technically, because we didn't always have gangs, we didn't always have like prostitution, like we didn't always have things that's been influenced by other states until those states, it was somebody from that state that came there and put Oregon on, and now they want to do that. Now they want to be like that. Now they want to do this. Now they want to do that, and it's not adding up. They don't have like we don't have like our own thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, no, I feel that most def. Um, Growing up over there, were you around a lot of gangs, like gang violence?
I was around Bloods, Crips, and I done also seen like some people either getting like fights or even seeing people like get shot and everything, and it's traumatizing, but like it's like um I said I'm blessed because I never wanted to join the gang, and I done had so many times where people didn't ask me, "Oh, we can jump you in right now, or we can do this, we can do that," and I never wanted to, only because one, my family, they're more like all my aunties and my mom, like they're all like teachers or principals or someone that's out in the community where you know that face. And so they gonna see them, and just because that's my family, I just feel like out of respect, I wouldn't do nothing like that. Only because that's like that's not how I grew up, but I've been around it. I've seen it. I've experienced it, and that's what's pushed me past or away from it.
Okay, so like just your family kept you out of it. You like your
Yeah,
family being around and
yeah. Cause my brothers, they're Crips, but I've I've never seen their actual like. Actually, that's a lie. I have seen like Crip parties with my brothers. It's just I wasn't really there too long or at the age where I knew what was going on.
yeah, yeah. Uh, that's cool right there. Have you ever got into any drugs? I know a lot of rappers they be using like drugs a lot.
Yeah, in high school I used to do lean a lot. Um, my friend, I remember he was on Zans. He wanted me to try Zans and everything. I didn't want to do it only because I didn't heard like the outcomes and everything on it. And I used to do shrooms a lot. Used to smoke weed tough. Um, that's really it. Mainly just lean. I used to do lean a lot.
This was before it was expensive, like highly expensive.
Yeah.
All right. What about now? Do you still do lean?
Now I just drink. That's it.
What made you want to stop like all the other drugs?
I think it was because how my body would react to some of them. Like either it'll be my like anxiety or I would just shut down like the next day after like a withdrawal or something, and I just didn't like that feeling.
All right, them withdrawals are crazy. Especially after
Yeah,
like feeling all sick.
yeah.
I feel that. And did like fentanyl play a role in it? Like when fentanyl came out, did that make you like want to stop or you never felt
Oh,
it?
I seen that and I was like, yeah, I don't want to be laced. I don't want to deal with none of that because my cousin he actually ended up dying from fentanyl. Like he went to sleep on the couch and then wake up the next day, type shit.
Oh, that's all
So
bad right there.
yeah,
So that was like the eye opener to you.
that was the pivot point. Yeah,
Mm, I feel that. And would you say like Oregon has like a bad like like there's a lot of druggies in Oregon, a lot of gangs over
yeah,
there.
yeah,
And you said that there's prostitutes too over there.
yeah. 82nd. I literally grew up on 82nd.
So it's like Fig, like over there. Like you know how there's Figueroa out here where there's fucking prostitutes all over.
It's like they Portland like Portland is actually like the number one city that has the most strip clubs in the US. So it's like a lot, like you'll see a lot of shit out there. It's literally Portland Chronicles, damn near. Like if someone was to literally like name the YouTube channel Portland Chronicles and like go out every night or every day and just record, you gonna be like, what the fuck? Like,
That's just crazy out there.
yeah,
And no, I feel that. All right. Did you ever attend college?
no.
And what was the reason why?
I never liked school, so I was like, why would I go to college?
Okay. And what age did you like start taking your music seriously?
Uh, I'd say 16 because I was when I lived in Vancouver, Washington, and I had a studio in my closet, and I would take it more seriously because I only had 3 classes during the day, and I'll literally get home after lunch and just record. I was making like close to 10 to 15 songs a day.
Just on a roll.
Yeah,
Was there any like differences from like Oregon music and Washington music, or would you say it's like kind of similar?
it's kind of similar because whoever like is in Washington either moved from Oregon or they always been in Washington and they probably like visited out there because like they had family out there or something, and they didn't heard their music and they're like, oh, this sound like us, this sound like this, this sound like there's a lot of rappers out there that sound the same in Oregon and Washington.
It sounds like pretty much the same sound.
Yeah,
Mm. And you stay in Washington right now? All right.
I stay in Cali now.
Oh, you're in California right now. Okay,
Yeah.
would you say there's more opportunity out here in like Washington or Oregon, music wise?
Music wise, definitely because I've been reached out to people out here on performing, and I've actually got like a response back or something. Versus Oregon, they don't respond, or you have to know somebody that either works at that place or knows them, and that's when you can actually get in, or you got to set up your own venue, and yeah.
I hear that. So it's like more work, and it's like
Hmm.
easier. It's easier out here in Cali.
Definitely.
That's what's up. And like doing music, did anyone like did people ever like start hating on you at all? Or would you say you had more supporters and haters?
Um, See, I'll say I've always had haters, only because when I was in like high school and everything, like people never actually met my brothers, but they like either heard of them or knew them in somehow, some shape or form, and so they would see that I in middle school was wearing hand me downs and everything. And once I hit high school, I was wearing like designer brands or whatever type of clothes that they wanted. That was when they'll start hating me because they seen that, oh, I know his brother or I heard of his brother. They do this, they do that, and that's how he got this, that's how he did this. And that was just my way of flexing, and the way I was flexing was also a way in my music because I didn't have to like go out on the corner and sell drugs, or I didn't have to like do anything really.
So
I
you would
just
say you
always
always
had my brothers as my support. That was really it.
okay, so you always had a support system and had money.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay, speaking of designer, you also got your own clothing brand. What
Um I do not, but I actually was actually thinking about starting my own clothing brand
I seen you like
because
with a sweater of like your
yeah,
name on it and all. I thought that was yours.
yeah, that is mine. It's just I didn't actually continue making them because I only made that, and at the time I didn't have as many followers and people that was actually listening to my music. So I didn't have nobody that responded on them wanting merch.
Mm. All right. And what about
So
now? Do you have a plan of releasing some merch?
now I'll say I definitely have more people that I can definitely probably sell some sweaters or hats or whatever it is to. It's it's just I'm like my plan is right now to like I want to start a YouTube channel. I want to start like doing like vlogs or anything that can help me get more like people that's listening or subscribers, whatever it is. And I don't know if it's greed, but I know for a fact I can get as many people to subscribe within a year, and I know from there that's when I'll actually start doing merch again.
That's definitely a smart move to make, especially like there's a whole like following for podcasts, blogs, all that.
Yeah,
Most def. Okay. You released an album called Broken Hearted, and on that album you got a song called Leave Me. Uh, what was that song about?
that song was about one of my exes, and I was writing in her perspective because the way we broke up was like it was one day I went to church with my dad, and the message was just hitting right, and basically I ended up texting her saying like we done, we through, and she called and she just cussing on the phone. I'm holding the phone like this, like I don't want to hear you. Hung up, and she kept on calling, and she was like, "All right, oh well, just know I loved you, and why would you leave me?" And that was when I was like, "Oh." Once I seen that text, I loved you, and why would you leave me? It was like, oh, that should be like a perfect song. That would be definitely perfect. So I was writing her spec and her point of view, and some of it was mine a little bit, but most of it was hers.
So you were thinking like from her perspective. And would you say you have like toxic relationships or like
Oh,
girls
definitely.
like
I done
are
been in relationships where most of them, literally, I say most of them, like in high school, my first crush, we were cool, nothing happened. And after that, this next girl, I remember she broke my chain and she was like trying to hit me with it and shit, so I was dodging and I left. And then there was another girl, she was trying to hit me like in my head and shit. And I was blocking her, either dodging, and I left. Like each time, it's always been like something physical with a female, and I always leave after only because I'm not gonna be around a female that's gonna want to hit me. If I lay my hands on you, I go to jail. You don't. So like, it's not worth it.
yeah, most def like yeah, trying to get away from all that shit and all that.
Hmm.
I hear you on that. You also got a song called Bad Luck on that album. What
Yeah.
situation were you in when you made that track?
Uh, I made that song literally right after I graduated high school. And that was like the next day, and I was just reflecting on how high school went. And literally, my first 2 years was me learning like my friends, like my friend group, my bros, and that was like bro love, and also meeting like some girls that I thought was in love with me. And then, second 2 years, trust. That was me finding people that I can actually trust or people that didn't gain my trust or anything. And that's what made me realize, oh, okay, so I could turn this into a song. And that's what I end up doing.
So like during that high school phase is where you went through a lot of like relationships, like bad relationships and all that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
hear you.
definitely.
Did it take you long to write that song?
No, the course I wrote, then I'm actually finna go listen to that song because I ain't heard that song in a while. Then the verses I freestyle.
Okay,
So
so
I don't like since I didn't have like two, three concussions. I don't ever remember none of my lyrics that I wrote, freestyle, nothing. I always have to go listen back to the song and then I'll remember it. Like I can remember some of the chorus right now just because you said the song, like the title, but that's it. That's all I remember.
was these concussions from like boxing or like how did you end up getting
No, it
like
was
your first
either
concussion?
like I get in like a fight or I was doing some dumbass shit and that's just literally either doing some dumbass shit or I got in a fight.
Okay, so you would get in fights a lot, or would it just be like certain times?
It would just be like certain times. I got in
Okay,
like probably like only like three fights in my life, and the third one I got jumped. First two, those was on my own, and first one I ain't gonna lie, I got my ass whooped. Second one, that was when I actually like after the first time, my brothers they actually taught me how to fight because they thought I would never get into a fight only because on the way of how I act, I'm very nonchalant and sometimes I'm even like shy when I meet people. But then I start growing out of that like that type of interaction with people, and that was when they taught me how to fight. And the second one, it was more of like a tie because we both had either we both not either. We both had fucking a black eye and a busted lip, and they broke us up after that. So
and what like during these situations, was it because of a girl at all, or was it just because someone was talking shit?
just talking shit, just talking shit.
All right, feel that. Okay, you also you released another album called Misunderstood, and you got a song on there called Dashboard.
Yeah,
What what made you come up with like a different style on that song to your like previously songs?
that song. I remember when I wrote. Did I write that song? I don't know if I wrote that song or freestyled it. Cause there's a lot of songs. Most of my songs I drop is freestyle. And now I'm starting to write more of my songs. But that song, I just remember I wanted a song that I could kind of like vibe to while I'm driving, and that was when I got my first car. It was literally a 2004 Chevy Impala, only for $500. It didn't have no radio in it, but I put a big ass JBL speaker in the back, and I would just ride around town
Um,
slapping. And I was like, I need a song that I could just slap to, I can cruise to. And I freestyled to the beat before I went into work because I used to work construction. And literally, I was like, oh yeah, this is the beat, and this is how the song will go. And I literally remembered some of the lyrics that I said to the freestyle when I before I went into work, and when I went back into the studio, I just like changed it a little bit.
okay. That's what's up. So you make songs to like what you want to feel like at that time, like
Yeah.
to like okay. So you want
It
fucking
was
more like
mainly based off emotion. Most of my music is.
hey, that's right there. How did you come up with the artwork for that song?
My cousin made that. My cousin
Yes.
he made the cover art.
You released your most recent album called Only the Strongest Survive. And that on that album you got a fire track called Static Shock. What was the song about and who made the beats for that song?
Static Shock. That's a slap. I ain't heard that in a while either. I'm gonna go listen to that. I wrote that based off of because before I worked construction, I was working night shift at like this little grocery store that was 24 hours. And when I got off work, I would always wake up and I would play the TV show Static Shock. and that's what made me write it. And the beat, I don't know. I have to listen to the beat. I don't know if it was me or if it was I found a like one of the producers send it to me, or if I found it on YouTube. I'll have to listen to it for me to actually give you that answer.
Yeah, most definitely. Being a rapper, I know like a lot of rappers or some rappers, they don't even want to get a job. They just want to do music, focus on music, and like that's why sometimes they even get like these face tats just so they can't get a regular job. What made you want to like get a regular job and still pursue music?
Because one, you're always gonna need money coming in. I'm not trying to be a rapper that's just consistently trying to make it and still is in my mom's house or living on somebody's couch. I've been lazy, but I've never been that type to like settle down and actually want to just settle for less.
I feel that. And you got any tattoos at all?
I just got tattoos on my arm. That's it.
What made you like stay away from the neck area or face?
Um, I'm actually planning on getting my neck tatted, but I just want to wait on it because I didn't heard about how like I got a fat ass Adam's apple, so I know that bitch gonna hurt.
Yeah, most
That's
definitely.
one. Two, I don't want no face tats only because I've always liked my face and I don't see nothing that I would actually want to get on my face either.
Nothing like that special for you to even get it on. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel that. And that tattoo you have on your arm, is it like anything significant to you?
You talking about this one?
Yeah.
This one, peace comes from within. This one, I got this because I was mainly thinking about like, yeah, everybody has like trauma, but my trauma has actually like it's taught me a lot of things, and it's like a lesson where you learn off from it. Like, yeah, it's a loss, but it taught me something, and I gained a lot of knowledge off of it. So that's why I also got like the little scars on it, or like the cracks. So yeah.
What was the most like traumatic like experience you went through?
Most traumatic, I'll say when I was 3, I ended up burning my face all the way down to my chest, and I have no scarring from that. I used to when I was a little kid. I had third and fourth degree burn.
And what happened?
Basically, it's all about my brother that's in county. He was making me some noodles. It was taking too long. I went downstairs like 3 times. He That's why I still don't know patience to this day. He literally want to come upstairs, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna just get it myself. And so he was making the noodles in the microwave at the time, and I ended up picking up the bowl out of the microwave, and it was hot, so I ended up dropping it, and it just pours down, and I just immediately started screaming. Like to this day, I still remember like my skin peeling and everything. I remember seeing like all the blood, like my bones and shit. And I also remember being wrapped up like Spider-Man. I was literally wrapped up in all white like a mummy, but to me I felt like I was like a white Spider-Man.
Got like the whole costume going and shit. That shit
Yeah.
like how long did it take for you to like heal up? You know?
Um I don't know. I've never actually asked my mom about that. I never asked her how long was I in the hospital before they let me out and then I was still healing. I never actually asked. I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy right there. You got what made you actually you released your most recent single called Sunshine. What made you want to release a song like that?
Um Honestly, right now I've been dropping like all my music that's just been sitting in my vault. Like I have a bunch of songs. I have so many songs that just been sitting, and I just been dropping like songs every Sunday until I drop my album because I plan on dropping an album. And then also it'll probably be like a part two to that album, but it'll be a completely different album. And so I honestly just been dropping I can't even say the word Jesus Christ, it's these girls, I can't say it. Recklessly. There we go.
Tongue
I just
twister.
been dropping, yeah, recklessly.
All right, all right. That's what's up. So you have a lot of songs in the vault that you haven't released.
Yeah.
Mm. Hey, that's what's up. Um, what was that song like? Was that song specifically about someone? Sunshine?
I made that song when I made that song senior year. I was talking to this girl that I just met, and because I was the new kid at this school, and I remember she was feeling me from day one because my friend, he's actually the person that introduced me to her. He was like, I bet you can't bag her. I bet you can't. And I did. And I would always like, it was like on some 90s shit where I would even like walk her to class. I ain't holding her hand. I ain't doing all that, but
Push
I'll
your
walk
sweater
her to
down in
class and
like a
shit.
puddle and shit for
Yeah.
her to walk over. Yeah, type shit.
Yeah.
Nah, I hear that. Okay, so you're like pretty much like a gentleman.
Yeah.
Like girls and
I
shit.
was raised that way. Definitely am.
Hey, all right. Uh, you released another dope song like, featuring your brother Gambit and Osiris. It's called Elegant.
Elegant,
Like,
yeah.
what was the music video film?
That was actually all AI. I ended up just sending Osiris Johnson just a bunch of pictures of me and him, and I was basically trying to get him to I was trying to get him to basically use each bar that I was saying or my brother was saying and like match it to the song.
Yeah, it's definitely had some dope graphics in there for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, most def. All right, and what made you want to feature Gambit and Osiris on that track?
Um, I wanted to feature my brother only because I never made a song with him. One, two, that whole flow that I did, my brother, he was actually doing that flow, and he was doing that flow like it's like a Boss Man D-Lo flow. He was doing that flow before Boss Man D-Lo came out, so that's where I was like, oh, I need to drop this only because my brother, he don't really drop music like that. He's always busy, and if he had the time, if he had the time, because he got the money, he would push himself more. He's just more. He didn't got the time only because he's a family man and he likes to be with his kids and his girl. So yeah,
Yeah, it's like busy with all that family life.
yeah.
I feel that. And do you feel like you have time, like a lot of time, just to make music? You know?
Not really. I mainly have either like Friday nights or like the weekend because I'll be busy.
Mm. All right,
I'll
all right.
definitely be busy.
Yeah, most day. Gotta get that bag, you know. Huh?
Yeah.
I hear that. Where do you see yourself from like 5 years from now?
In 5 years, I see myself probably like either still living in Cali or living somewhere else. And my YouTube channel is doing well. I don't have no job. Um, Everything I'm doing is strictly business. Like I own either like laundromat or a liquor store or some type of store because that's honestly what I plan on doing as well. And um, not only having multiple incomes, but I'm also investing more and probably by then end up having kids because I want to have kids, but I don't want to be too young and having kids with the wrong woman, and I don't see my kid or I got to pay child support.
Yeah, I feel that. So you want to you want to really have life set and everything and make the right
Yeah,
choice.
definitely.
All right. What type of artists, like top artists, like are you looking forward to working with? If you had the chance to work with,
Uh, I want to work with Haiti Baby. I want to work with Shorty Shorty. I want to work with Lil Baby and Future.
those are some dope artists. Most deaf. And okay, and what message would you give to the youth? Like, what message would you want them to take from your music?
I want them to take where if you don't want to if you're not that type of person where you want to talk to somebody on how like you're feeling or anything, you can always express yourself through like your words or your knowledge or how they used to call it back in the day your game or whatever you got because now they say Riz. I don't like that shit. Um, whatever it is, whatever you learn from, or your lesson was that you learned from, that you can express yourself in a different way. And there's different ways to approach things as well.
That's real right there. Y'all tap into what he's saying for sure. Hey, it was dope having you on. You already know. Y'all tapped in with number one stunner. We for sure gonna have to run it back.
For sure.
It's the
Next time I'm gonna
Raw
have to
Spoken Words
we're gonna have to
podcast.
link. We're gonna have to actually link next time.
Oh yeah, for sure. We for sure get an in-person interview sometime later.
Bet.
Most that. All right, y'all
Bet.
tap in for the next one. Don't tap out. For sure. We out of here.
All right, bro.
Yeah, most that. Peace out.
Peace.
Y'all tap into the next one. You already know I got like a few other interviews coming up. Some dope artists, so y'all don't want to miss out. Also got a podcast coming Sunday. Stay tuned. We out of here. Let me see what's up with these comments real quick before I end it. Yep, Raiders all day. Um, yeah, I fuck with that. Got me a Red Bull. Now I'm not even trying to drink no energy drink right now. Probably drink some soda or some water. But I'm out of here. Peace.